So I got the oil today, so figured might as well get it drained. Pumped out most of the oil, had about 30 gallons left over. Dumped that into a container. I don't know how they expect you to drain through the drain port 80 gallons of oil, but I guess maybe on the ground? No, that would be illegal. I pumped mine into 2 drums. Really should get a waste oil burner. Just really need to. Another project. Not entirely sure if you're gonna be able to see much. Drained it all the way, and I put some diesel in. There is some sludge on the bottom, so diesel should help break that up, and then I'll get something, maybe like a brush on a stick, try to wipe the bottom down, then drain the rest of that, and fill it with oil. Well, after I replace the hose. So that diesel is going to stay in there for a day or 2. So I did boom all the way down to get as much hydraulic oil out of the piston as possible. And that was a mistake because I was trying to avoid my trees and I rotated the boom and now I don't have enough room to get the filter out. I feel dumb. So I got the new hose made. I got this canvas protection on it. I don't think you're supposed to stuff it into the coupling, or not the coupling, the end. I did it anyway. I didn't do it too much. I just went to like the here. So it'll probably pull out pretty easy. Here's the old one, and to whomever thought using split loom to protect hydraulic hoses was a smart idea, I hate you. Just be clear, split loom sucks. Even for wires, if you don't seal it up, it doesn't protect the wires, it just holds in all the dirt to rub against the wires. Same thing with hoses. Now, I don't know if that's the reason for the failure, but considering this is a return hose, probably. So next step is to install that hose. I was cleaning out the tank a couple minutes ago. It's not looking too bad. Use the fluid sucker to get rid of the little bit of extra diesel I had on the bottom, powered by a Milwaukee compressor. Not a sponsor. Though if they do want to contact me, I got enough of their tools. So once I get the hose connected up, I'll get the hydraulic fluid out, pour a little in to rinse out the bottom of the tank, just a hair more. Then I'll put the cap back in and fill up the tank, at least most of the way today. It's 6:30 now, so it'll probably be done around 7:38. And then the battery's going to need to be charged, so I won't be able to fill up the tank today anyway. Look at that nice new oil. And you can't actually see it, can you? You can see my light pretty well, but trust me, it's clean oil. So next step is to boom up a little, rotate that so I can get that stupid freaking filter out. And then I'm going to stick it on the outriggers. So it's been a couple days since I recorded the last. Got a couple things done, a lot of late nights. I found part of the transmission. This is, well, that's the hydraulic pumps right there. That is the torque converter. The torque converter is separate from the transmission. If we look down, right there is the drive shaft to go into from the torque converter into the transmission, which is underneath the swivel. If you peer into the abyss, you can make out a Cummins engine. I probably should have recorded this before I pressure washed it because this entire thing was black. Took off a couple decades worth of crap. And it's looking pretty clean now. I also found the transmission filter, which is in a very awkward place to get to. Hang on, let me turn my light on. Maybe we can actually see something in here. Yeah, a little better. Right there is the transmission filter. You have to get to it from underneath, but I don't want to take my nice camera underneath this thing. I pressure washed this like 2 or 3 times. I'm still finding more and more dirt and just old grease. Anybody want to come and pressure wash a crane? When I got it, the windshield was broken. I broke it some more. Complete sidebar, but I think these gaskets should be replaced. Probably not now, but probably not a bad idea. You can also see it's kind of bowing a little. It might explain why it's leaking. Dash is still in the air, but shifter now works. Wow, it smells in here now. I probably shouldn't have washed it like 3 times. I should get an ozone generator. Anyway, replaced the push-pull cable. That was a freaking nightmare, but it works now. I'm going to leave the dash not up in the air, but I'm not going to bolt it back down either. Because some of these gauges don't work, and I don't know if the gauges are broken or if the signal is not getting to them. I want to figure out what's up with that. I wouldn't mind throwing a light up there, or at least fixing those lights. And I want to add a camera. Probably a backup camera and a side boom camera. So that when this thing's down, I can see to my right. You can see the new push-pull cable. It's the green one. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I got it up on outriggers. But it's still leaking. Apparently I replaced the wrong hose. This is the one that I need to replace. I'm going to do that tonight. Yeah, you're not getting footage of that. That's a freaking nightmare, too. It's up in the center cavity right underneath the swivel, or the swing thing. It's up in a hole, basically, so you're not going to see nothing with a camera.